They got some downhill plays, but they're a good team. We know they were going to hit some shots in the stretch. We knew Niang was going to come back looking to score, so they really just hit some tough shots in the stretch, and we probably should have pressured a little bit more than we were doing.
It seemed like in those last 2 minutes after you guys went up by 4, the rest of the offensive possessions kind of down the stretch until they took the lead, it seemed like you guys really couldn't get what you wanted, right?
Yeah, they were hard hedging ball screens and icing them, so when we're coming off of them, we had that pitch back, so we could get what we wanted. We really just didn't execute in the final minutes. We had to make plays at that time, and we didn't.
What was the plan on that last shot when you guys were down 3? Was the plan for you to get the shot?
No, the plan was Phil was gonna try to make a play, and I mean it just ended up me getting the shot, and it felt good when I let it go. It was just short, so.
How delicate everything is going forward with March and tournament seeding, all that kind of stuff. Where does this put you guys going into Saturday's game with West Virginia?
Just put us in the same mindset that we always in. We take it a game at a time. We fought hard in this one. We didn't come out on the winning side. We getting ready for Saturday. Can't dwell on the loss.
How tough is it going on to that immediately? They get the press and you guys facing the forward.
It gets tough, but I mean at this part of the season, you just fight every game, and at this point, you can't sit and dwell on a game. You can't go back in time, so we know we got to get back to work tomorrow and get ready for Saturday.
Jeff, it seemed like it was kind of an uneven game for you guys offensively. LB and Forte were kind of slow to start, and you and Anthony picked them up in the first half, and then it kind of flipped. It seemed like those guys kind of picked it up, and maybe you guys weren't able to get back in the flow. Did it feel that way as you guys were playing?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I know LB and Phil, they did have a slow start. Me and Hick just were hitting in the first half, so we knew that they were going to come out and LB and Phil was going to be aggressive. We encouraged them to be aggressive and put some points on the board. So they came out in the second half being aggressive. Phil was getting to the line. LB was doing what he did, and that's just the way it went.
Talk a little bit about how difficult they are to defend. It seems like any of their guys can shoot it and can shoot it from outside.
Oh, yeah, well, they like to get deep outlets in transition. They like to get the ball out. Like, even if you score, they're trying to get the ball out fast. So it's very important that you get back fast. It's real difficult to guard them because they have those three-point shooters like Naz Long and Thomas and all of those type of guys. So it's difficult, and Monte Morris going downhill. So it's tough, but if you get back in transition and get in front of them, then you have a chance to guard them.
We just got annihilated on the glass, just out-toughed inside. Disappointing. That was the difference in the game. They had a guy in there just had a tremendous, tremendous effort. He was jumping twice, a lot of times where we jumped once, and just out-toughed us in the paint. We did a lot of stuff we wanted to do that we set out to do and had some success doing, but just too many offensive rebounds. They scored off turnovers. Our two leading scorers they go 7 for 24. But there's offensive rebounding. They just they out-toughed us in the paint.
Was that mostly McKay's doing? Or?
Oh yeah, mostly, yes. One man was one man wrecking crew, and we should have had guys in there that wouldn't, other than Mitchell Solomon would have an excuse. He's a freshman. There's no other excuses after that.
Given all of that, you guys still led by 4 with about 2 minutes left. Were those final offensive possessions with Hickey's shot in the travel? Was that
not the way you draw it up? That's for sure. We were trying to get Phil a shot, and then we get a crucial turnover, walk. Then we let them miss a shot and put it back in, and then they make a 3, and yeah.
What's the mood now? Yeah, you guys had a stretch where you were pretty successful. Now you got 2 tough losses in a row.
Well, that's part of the Big 12. We got to get ready for Saturday.
Would you maybe tell your guys after that? To kind of get them going. Kind of like you said, Big 12's just burrowed.
Yeah, we talked mostly about how we got whipped inside and how disappointing that is, and then we talked mostly about that. Really didn't lead the numbers say enough. I really didn't have to say a whole lot, but they can read it. as well as I can.
Travis, offensively, it was a very uneven night. You got Phil and LB got off to a slow start, but Hickey and Newberry picked you up, and then it kind of flipped in the second half. Those guys only got you 2
went on a
points
small
each.
stretch, but yeah, the other guys stepped up and played well. Got some points when we needed them. Stepped up. I don't think any of the other two ever got into a flow at any point.
Obviously a tough night for LB, but how much of that was the job McKay did on him?
He's a good defender. He had a good game. Did a good game. Had a good game overall. Yeah, he was impressive. Very impressive.